Hello, gods, goddesses, emperors, empresses, orishas, kings, queens, and to all of the magical creatures who show up and support. Like, follow, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. We're here to do energy readings for the 4 elements, and we're starting with the air signs. So this video here is for the air signs. How y'all doing, guys? How are we doing? How did that new moon in Gemini treat y'all over the weekend? And depending on where you're located in the country, honey, hopefully y'all ain't getting flooded out. My God. But I felt led to hop up here and record now. And so while the portals are open, bitch, let's get into it. Let's get into it. And Holy Spirit, we're just gonna pull for the air sign. What message do you have for the air sign? The goddess of the moon, and I'm sitting here talking about the moon. The first chakra, angel of love, strategy, anxiety, that's why we grounding, hostilities, oh wow. This man holding a heart, bitch, that's what it's about. Angel of strength. Oh, yeah, you got to come up out of that thing in attachment. Okay, so we are talking about someone dealing with some issues in love. And it's because we escaped away into this partner. There, and look at the earring, honey. The high priestess is here and the Hierophant is here, honey, the whole reading. Because we're going to do the inner work, honey. And we are also going to consult if need be, get the therapy, talk to our mentors, tap in with the life coach, book a reading with Lola, bitch, because we coming up out of this thing here. So we're going to start with the goddess of the moon here. And when she comes out, I want you to see how she's basking in that light of the moon. So I was asking all about the new moon, where there is darkness there, honey. And when we get the feeling, I'm going to pull these cards out of order there, but when we get this insecure attachment like that, honey, and in darkness, it can sometimes, that longing that we may be experiencing could be leading us to lay up or hit up that wrong person in the middle of the night, bitch. And sometimes we may be feeling helpless, overwhelmed, worried. I'm looking at my emotion wheel here, honey, so we can speak to a place and from a place of emotional intelligence, because that's what we build over here on this channel. And we could be grieving sometimes. We can be dealing with symptoms of PTSD, and we are just straight up anxiousness based on the things that we believe about ourselves, because sometimes the call is coming from the inside of the house, air signs, or because we believe what they were saying on the outside of the house. And this may not have just started recently. It may feel like you've been in this situation before, and the overwhelm is real when we are thinking about, and it happens subconsciously, especially if we're dealing with PTSD. And I am not here to diagnose anyone. I'm just going to say trauma responses. There we go. With trauma responses, because I'm not here to diagnose nobody. I'm not qualified to diagnose nobody. We not here for that. You go speak to a clinician, honey, a licensed clinician. But we get triggered. That's language we can use over here. We get triggered. And sometimes we can meet people and they trigger these responses because we're thinking we got something new, and actually this person's seen it, right? Because the predators are always able to clock T, honey. They're great readers too. They know how to do this shit too, bitch. But they used to watching patterns, honey. And so basically this goddess of the moon is giving me that we may have been dealing with some illusion, some escapism, like some Piscean energy there, but also it's giving motherly energy in concerns of with respects to needing to nurture ourselves. If we are dealing with an attachment wound as a result of our caretaker, someone who represented that maternal figure. It could even be the father too, right? Whoever your caretaker was, we'll use that language here. I got the hangman here too. Sometimes we can just escape away because this goddess in the moon is being clarified by the hangman. Sometimes we gotta take the L. We own up to it. This was a lesson. I'm talking about L as in lesson, and we're gonna pick this up here, y'all. But sometimes it's L as in lesson. If we go in an overflow meeting, if this is over 10 minutes, this is related to the home, by the way, because the 10 of Pentacles came up. If we go over 10 minutes, the extended reading will be posted on YouTube. So y'all make sure over here on TikTok, you follow me over there, or wherever you may be viewing this. Clarifying the root chakra, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And what else is this wanting to pop out here? Intemperance in reverse there. Yeah, we haven't been grounded, so it's going to be important for us to indulge in this rose quartz crystal. Rose quartz. It represents self-love, babes. But leaning into that self-love, we may have been escaping into other vices there because we've been stuck in this loop. But regulating your nervous system is going to be your best friend throughout this time. And the ways that we're able to do that is simply by getting in our bodies, breathing exercises, journaling. Journal out what's been going on through your mind, baby. Listen, when ain't nobody else is there to listen, your journal always listen and it never talks back. Or your voice memos, or you can sit here and record just and talk to yourself just like I'm doing right now, love. But it is imperative for you to get back in control of your life. You may have been feeling like you've been having an out-of-body experience, being disassociated, and it's time to come up with that strategy there, yeah, because the King of Pentacles popped out in reverse here. We may have been dealing with issues of health as a result of not taking care of ourselves. We've been so focused on taking care of others, sometimes even to avoid what it is that we are dealing with. But now is the time. And so the strategy here is giving me journaling, but also to manifest, honey. Plan you something. One of my favorite spiritual leaders, she said, plan a trip. This was some years ago. Plan you, and I'm talking about planning a trip. The Wheel of Fortune and popped over here. But we're also planning out a new life. Let's get deeper about it, right? But first, we got to get in tune with what is life right now, because we could very well be feeling like, what the fuck? I'm sitting here looking at this anxiety card here, and it's giving what the fuck. Look how she's sitting up here, baby, and she's sitting around here biting her nails, probably pulling your hair. Stop picking at yourself. That's how I know you're not grounded. That's how I know you're not grounded. Take care of you, honey. We got, and so the anxiousness also could be, so sometimes we can start waking up early, or we're not sleeping enough, right? Our mind is just, first of all, we take in so much. What is this? The 7 of Wands here. We're getting in control of our mind. We have to set up boundaries here to, and your boundaries come by way of asserting yourself. Sometimes it may come out as anger. Oh, why is that looking blurry now? Sometimes it may come out as anger to someone else. I want you to give yourself grace, especially with me seeing the 7 of Wands here, and it's sitting right next to hostilities. When that man come along like that, he's showing up. Yeah, we can be externally receiving hostility, right? Violence, names of violence, strategy. We done wrote it out. Write out whatever that blow up, that scenario was, that intense scenario was that you probably just had within the past couple of weeks here. What was that blow up about? Write that out. It could very well be with this partner here. There's this man holding a heart. You could be this man that's holding a heart, or it could be that masculine energy that came out to assert itself and protect you. Ooh, baby, look, the card done fell. The card done fell. Y'all getting all my rolls on the camera, but we gonna keep rolling, honey. We doing one shot, one shot, one shot. We got the 7 of Cups here because you're unsure. Oh, baby, what I said earlier though, sometimes we can be around somebody and they can trigger us. It does bring up that attachment insecurity there, the anxious attachment, because we're dating. Sometimes we can have relationship anxiety. I gave advice to one of the signs or elements about having butterflies, and sometimes those butterflies are meant to warn us. It's not always about, oh, I'm attracted. You got to discern this discernment. So you use your intuition to get in tune with you, see what you're saying with you. Your intuitive is for you to figure out about a situation, but that discernment tells you how to move. Because he giving me that, I ain't even clarify him. We gonna clarify him, but I don't even think we need to, because I know what that give. That's the magician. What I said about your manifestations, honey. And getting what it is that's ours. And so that's the only way we're going to get it here, because you may very well only be an option for this man or a lover, I'll say. We ain't got to gender them. You could have possibly recently caught them cheating. We're going to put that over here. We have the, baby, yep, the Hermit card that came up here. I was talking about intuition, and that is Virgo energy there. It is time to sit down and heal. We got the 4 of Wands there, and then the 2 of Cups popped out in reverse. This Cancer and Aries energy, that's cardinal energy mixed in with these 2 are cardinal signs right there, baby. Cancer and Aries, and what they're telling me there is to move on. We moving on, we're healing. This must have been a tumultuous breakup or parting. And I'm saying lover, this could have very well been a friendship there as well. We could have very well had an awakening in our sleep. Maybe it was a dream that brought this on. And that is your intuition and your spirit team dealing with you. We do wait for facts, but peep shit. Your spirit is telling you that they said what they said. And they seen what they seen. They felt what they felt. You heard what you heard. You heard what you heard. And it's time to trust yourself. The angel of strength here, she comes there, so we're able to. And mind you, so in this middle row here, we have the root chakra, anxiety, and the angel of strength. When she comes along here to give you that advice that you need, baby, you're resisting transformation, air signs. It is time to change. It is time for a change. So these relationships with these people, places, and things, honey, the reason why they're changing up, or you have been resisting change. However, when the death card shows up, it's coming to reap. You see him there with the sight, right? He is coming to reap. They are coming to reap, honey. But you see that flower bursting out there from those buds. First of all, he's grounded. Look at him. He's grounded. His feet are literally in the dirt. Challenge for somebody else. That person that's been playing with you, they already got 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot out. And you ain't even got to speak nothing on them. We ain't even going to speak nothing on them over here on this channel. One thing we will do, though, is give it up and surrender. Because there's new life there for you. There's revival here for you. And we're going to get off the gas there. We're releasing. We're 1, 2, 3, releasing. Releasing, baby. Because this attachment right here, all of this is to heal this attachment. And so I'll share this and work it off the gas here. I'm going to clarify this attachment. But there was an individual I was seeing. We didn't even see each other long, right? And he came in so fast and acted as if he wanted to be with me. But really, he, a Pisces, was escaping away from a situation he was dealing with. I'm peeping that the reason I was in their life, there was a lesson there. There was something that I needed to see about me. It was revealed in me, and instead of blaming it on the other person, in that moment I chose to pull into me, and I realized that I, in fact, was dealing with some codependency within myself, and I went and got help in that moment. I was journaling it out and doing research, and I found me a support group. I don't mind sharing that. I'm so ever so grateful for the support group that I joined. And I seen another TikToker was talking about enmeshment. I won't even be around with you if you're still dealing with family enmeshment. That stuff is real. And to come from this to this with others and being able to feel whole and secure when this is whole you and this is whole them, baby, we can come together and be whole together. But it starts with self first. And we're going to get off the gas here. And it's this King of Cups that was in reverse there. Yeah, that's that man. It probably was a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. Or just having that water sign energy, that manipulative. But we're going to turn this around, the manipulation spirit, gaslighting spirit. We're going to turn this around, though. And how does this King of Cups in reverse relate to you? And it's not honoring your intuition, but we're talking about the medicine here, right? The medicine here is to trust yourself and your intuition so that you're able to be this King of Cups. And so you're not only feeling, but you're able to use that emotional intelligence to inform your strategy. And that's how things change for you. I'm sending love and light to each and every one of you air signs for whatever change this is. This could very well be a job too, is another way that this can be interpreted here for you, where you were dealing with this on the job, or maybe a department. There could be a department change coming up here for you as a result for you being able to speak up. But this will take for you to speak up. You have to name the harm. There is nothing you gain by internalizing all of that hurt and pain. I ain't even trying to rap over here, but bars. Love and light, air signs. Love and light. May spirit lead you and guide you. May you see, may you know, may you grow. Ashe.